emissions in half and make the electric grid 80% clean energy by 2030. Do you support that?
Let me tell you this. Let's look at where we've come in the last 20 years. In 2000, year 2000, 52% of our electricity came from coal. Only about 16% came from natural gas, and only about 9.5% came from renewables. 20 years to date. Okay, 2020, 19% from coal, 40% from natural gas, and up to 20% for renewables. The transition is happening. Now they're wanting to pay companies to do what they're already doing. Makes no sense to me at all for us to take billions of dollars and pay utilities for what they're going to do as the market transitions. We've proven that, and we will continue to transition. They're accelerating something that could be very, very vulnerable to the reliability of this country.
So it sounds like a no. You don't support the provisions.
Makes no sense at all.
Okay.
Makes no sense.
I'm sure you've heard your fellow Democrat, Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, said this about you in a tweet. Manchin has weekly huddles with Exxon and is one of many senators who gives lobbyists their pen to write so-called bipartisan fossil fuels bills. It's killing people. Sick of this bipartisan corruption that masquerades as clear-eyed moderation. This is your fellow Democrat.
Well,
is it true that you have weekly meetings with Exxon and other lobbyists for fossil fuel?
No, they don't. Weekly meetings, I don't.
It's just false.
I keep my door open for everybody. It's totally false. And those type of superlatives, it's just awful. Continue to divide, divide, divide. I don't know the young lady that well. I really don't. I've met her one time, I think, between sets here, but that's it. So we have not had any conversations. She's just speculating and saying things because she wants to.
She's not the only one. I'm sure you've heard. There are a number of your fellow Democrats who say that you're opposed to this because you're bought and paid for by corporate donors.
Because it makes no sense at all. I just gave you the facts. I've said this. You're entitled to your own facts. I mean, your own opinions. You're just not entitled to create your own facts to support them. And that's exactly what they're doing. The facts I've given you is the transition's happening. Reliability. Look what happened in Texas. It was natural gas that basically shut down in Texas that caused all that horrible carnage to people. It was awful.
You have said pause. What the Senate wants to do is get this worked out by this week so that the House can vote on it September 27th. Is that a timeline that you can support in any way?
There's no way we can get this done by the 27th. If we do our job, there's so much differences that we have here and there's so much apart from us where we are as far as I'm giving you different things. I've been talking. I'm working with people. I'm willing to talk to people. It makes no sense at all.
Real quick on another topic, because I've been traveling, working on a project on voting. I've been to Georgia and Texas and Arizona. Every Democrat I talk to there say that they need the federal government to act, you to help find a way to get a federal voting rights bill passed. I know you've been working on it this summer.
I can.
Where are you?
Well, we've got Lisa Murkowski who's been working with me. We've been talking to quite a few different Republicans who are very interested in doing something that makes sense. Voting and basically the security of voting is the bedrock of our democracy. And if you're not have access to the voting vote, if it's not secured, and if the count is not accurate, then people have no confidence. And right now, the last two presidential elections, when it was over for President Trump or President Biden, there's over 40 million people, 40 million that didn't believe it was accurate. That's wrong. And if you're going to do something in a partisan way, they said, oh, just double down. Get rid of the filibuster. Yeah. Let's do it partisan. It'll divide our country.
Do you think you'll get this done before the next midterms? Before the midterms?
Oh, I definitely believe we can if we work hard. Getting rid of things is the easy thing to do. Saying I don't want the filibuster, that's easy. That's easy. The hard work comes when you try to sit down and work through this. Who would have thought we'd have had 19? 19 Republicans vote for a bipartisan infrastructure bill. Who would have thought that? Look at all the things that we've been able to do because we're working through it. And there's about 22 of us, 11 Ds and 11 Rs. We continue to meet continuously. We've built relationships. Ask some of the senators who are telling you, or some of the Congress people who are telling you how bad the other side. Ask them the last time they sat down, had a cup of coffee, had a conversation, maybe had dinner, know what their spouse's name is, know how many children they have. Ask them. Are they working hard enough? Or are they just basically hunkered down in their own position and defending it? And that's when you're said you're entitled to your opinion. You just can't create your own facts or make your own statements that aren't accurate.
Senator Joe Manchin, thank you so much.